Hello dear friends, and welcome once more to this video today in our YouTube channel. In this video friends, I'm looking at the correction of the 2021 Cameroon Advanced Level Mathematics Paper 2. We shall be looking at the question 3 and question 4. So friends, stay tuned and make sure you watch the video from start to finish guys, because after watching this video guys, we shall get a clue on how the questions are being answered friends. So please, if you're new to this channel friends, don't forget to hit that subscribe button looking at you and press the bell icon to get notified each time we upload new videos guys, because we upload new videos in this our channel every day of the week. You can't afford to miss friends. You can only have access to those videos fully once you subscribe to the channel guys. And please, it took me quite a lot of time guys to create this content for you, quite a lot of time and a lot of sacrifice guys. So please, the only way I want you to do for me right now guys is to please give the video a thumbs up. That is all what I ask guys. Please give it a thumbs up by pressing the button beneath the video, because guys, that is going to go a long way to motivate me to keep producing more great contents for you. Thank you very much guys. Let's get started. Awesome guys, so as you can see, I have the first question on screen. The question is saying that we should show that sine 3a minus sine a, all that over cos 3a plus cos a is the same like tan 2a. Then the next part is saying that given that f of theta is the same like sine theta minus the square root of 3 cosine of theta, we should express f of theta in the form r sine theta minus lambda, where r is a positive constant and lambda is an acute angle. Hence find the general solution of the equation sine theta minus square root of 3 cosine of theta equal to square root of 2. Great. So friends, to solve the first part, we are going to start by using the factor formula, because the first part is of the best form that we can actually use the factor formula. Okay, the factor formula works very best to answer the first part. So friends, the forms that we are going to be using are the forms where we have sine p minus sine q, which is the same like 2 sine p minus q all over 2 cosine of p plus q on 2. Great. That is because the sine theta that we have here guys is it's a negative, right? Great, because this sine a is a negative. Good. That's why there's a negative here, and we also need a negative. Good. That's why we are using this version of the formula. Then friends, we are going to be, since we have cosine of an angle plus cosine of another angle, right? So we are also going to be using the form which says that we have cos p plus cos q, that is the same like 2 cosine of p minus q over 2 cos p plus q over 2. Great. So friends, by so doing, if we plug in everything guys, we are going to have sine a minus sine b, that's sine 3a minus sine a all over cos 3a plus cos a, turning out to be, now guys, the top is simply going to be 2 sine of 3a minus a over 2. That is according to this our formula here. According to the first formula that we have, cosine of p plus q, our p is 3a, our q is a. That's why we have cosine of 3a plus a over 2. And same thing goes for the bottom. Since the bottom is 2 cosine of p minus q, cosine again of p plus q over 2, then the bottom turns out to be 2 cosine of 3a minus a over 2 cosine of 3a plus a over 2. Great. But friends, if you look at the top here, we have cos 3a plus a over 2, right? Down we also have cos 3a plus a over 2. So we can cancel the both of them. Then we have a 2 and we have a 2, they can cancel. Now guys, we have sine 3a minus a, right? That gives us 2a over 2 gives us a. Same thing at the bottom, we have cos 3a minus a, that gives us cos 2a. Dividing that on 2 gives us cos a. So in total guys, we simply have sine a on the top and cos a on the bottom. So in total, we are going to have our answer to be tan a guys, and not tan 2a. Okay, we have tan a and not tan 2a. Wait. So friends, I'm sure this was actually a mistake from those who were setting, or maybe from those who were printing. Okay, maybe guys, maybe. So questions like this, things like mistakes like this guys happen a lot. Okay, they happen a lot in the Cameroon GC. But in such a case, you should never feel discouraged with the question. You should actually try to solve till the end. And if there was a mistake with the question guys, solve and get the correct answer. They are going to adjust it in the course of time. Great. So guys, the right proof was tan a, not tan 2a. Great. Then friends, the next part wants us to express f of theta, which is the same like sine theta minus the square root of 3 cosine of theta, in the form r sine of theta minus lambda, where r is a positive constant and lambda is an acute angle. So friends, let's start. By so doing, guys, you should know that this r sine theta minus lambda, guys, is the same as, that's if we expand this, if we factor out this our r, guys, and we expand sine theta minus lambda, we are going to have it as sine theta cos lambda minus sine lambda cos theta. Great. Then friends, now we're now going to compare this, that's the right hand side. Okay, we are going to compare the right hand side with our original f of theta. But before then, guys, let's multiply all through by r, such that we're now going to have the left hand side equal to, multiplying everything by r, guys, we're going to have r sine theta cos lambda minus r sine lambda cos theta. Great. Then for the right hand side of this our equation, now we are going to compare it with f of theta, which is the same like sine theta minus square root of 3 cosine of theta. Okay, we are going to use identities in this case specifically, so we are going to compare it by simply saying that r sine theta cos lambda minus r sine lambda cos theta is identically equal to 1. I just put a 1 here, guys, because we need it. Okay, because 1 sine theta is the same like sine theta, so the 1 does not hurt. Sine theta minus square root of 3 cosine of theta. Great. So friends, we are going to be comparing coefficients. By so comparing, guys, we are definitely going to have, you see that we are going to compare the corresponding entries. The first term of the left hand side, we compare to the first term of the right hand side, which is that we have sine theta, they can cancel. That therefore implies r cos lambda should be the same like what? 1. Great. That's our first equation. We have r cos lambda equal to 1. You can call that equation 1. Then in a similar way, guys, we have a negative which you cancel with a negative. Cos theta cancels to cos theta. That therefore implies r sine lambda should be the same like what? Root 3. Great. We have r sine lambda equal to root 3. We can call that our equation 2. Great. Then friends, equation 1 divided by equation 2, guys, we are definitely going to have, the reason for doing so is that we want to solve for lambda. Okay, since there's lambda in the two equations, keep in mind that, friends, we have two equations in two unknowns, so we have to eliminate one variable, then we solve for the other, after which we can substitute or we eliminate the other subsequently. So friends, in this case now, we are going to have equation 2 over equation 1. In that case, r will cancel with the r we have here, then sine lambda over cos lambda gives us tan lambda. Good. So by so doing, guys, we are going to have our r sine lambda over r cos lambda, which is the same as root 3 over 1. Okay, and by so doing, guys, like I said, r up will cancel r down. We are definitely going to have tangent of lambda equal to square root of 3. That therefore implies, guys, our lambda in this case is tan inverse of the square root of 3, right? And if you punch your calculator so well, guys, you're going to have your answer to be pi, that's 6 degrees, or pi over 3. Good. So our lambda is 6 degrees, or we can have it as pi over 3 in radians. Great. So friends, we have solved for lambda already. Let's now solve for the value of r. By so doing, guys, we can either take the value of lambda to back to any of the equations, or we can simply add equation 1 squared plus equation 2 squared. By so doing, guys, we are going to have r squared sine squared lambda, which is equation 2 squared, plus 1 squared, which is r squared cos squared lambda, which is the same as the square of our results. Square root of 3 gives us 3, and square root, that's the square of the square root of 3, guys, simply gives us, then square of 1 gives us 1. Good. Then friends, if we factor out our r squared, since we have it on the right hand side, it is common. Since we have it in the left hand side, sorry, and it is common, we are going to have r squared into sine squared lambda plus cos squared lambda, that is equal to 3 plus 1, we have 4. Great. But friends, what we notice, sine squared lambda plus cos squared lambda, guys, gives us what? 1. Right? Good. This is a famous result that we all know in trigonometry. Then 1 times r squared simply gives us r squared. So we are going to have our r squared equal to 4. Taking the square root, guys, we have our r to be equal to, wait, equal to 2. Under normal circumstances, guys, our r ought to have been plus or minus 2. Okay, but since the equation told us, right, since the equation already told us that our r is a positive constant, right, so r equal to negative 2 is not a solution to this our problem. Okay, under normal circumstances, like I said, this ought to have been plus or minus 2. But since the equation towards that arrow is a positive constant, we will not take arrow equal to -2. We will rather take arrow to be 2 only. Good. Then friends, the next part wants us to hence find the general solution of the equation sine theta minus square root of 3 cosine of theta equal to square root of 2. Great. So friends, but before then, by so doing, since we have our arrow to be 2 and we have lambda to be that, we can just simply plug in everything and have our f of theta equal to what we have here. Then that is also the same as our arrow, so we plug in back the 2 where they said we should express in the form arrow sine what, sine that. We're going to have 2 sine of theta minus our lambda was 6 degrees. We have 6 degrees, or we can put pi over 6. You're correct. Great. There's some questions that will specify you to give your answers in radians. In that case, you use pi over good. Then friends, the question wants us to solve this our equation. But friends, we should keep in mind that we were able to show that that sine theta minus square root of 3 cos theta was similar like what, square root of 2, right? So let's have the equation. So this is the equation that they want us to solve. We should also tell them that therefore implies left hand side of this equation is the same like 2 sine of theta minus 6 degrees. That therefore implies we are going to have 2 sine of theta minus 6 degrees equal to 2, right? Good. So guys, by so doing, if we divide all through by 2 in this case, we are simply going to have sine of theta minus 6 degrees, which is the same as the square root of 2 all that over 2. Great. Then friends, by so doing now, we are going to take the sine inverse on both sides to make theta minus 6 degrees the subject. We are going to have theta minus 60 to be the same like sine inverse of the square root of 2, right? And that therefore implies, guys, the sine inverse of square root of 2, if you punch it, guys, you're going to have an answer of 45 degrees, or better still pi over 4, okay? And that is our principal value, namely the first value that we have, okay? Is a principal value because it's a value, in fact it is the first value that we have, because if you draw a general solution, guys, as the equation is demanded now, the solution of sine theta, guys, is always of the form we have general solution. Since our theta in this case is theta minus 6 degrees, we are going to have theta minus 60 to be the same like 180 degrees n plus -1 to the power n, then our principal value. Keep in mind, friends, that our principal value in this case is what, degrees, right? So implies that we are going to have our general solution, which is going to be equal to theta minus 6 degrees, that is equal to 180 degrees n plus -1 to the power n, then our principal value, okay, which is 45 degrees. So this is the general solution of this our equation, okay? You can leave it in this form. You can leave it in this form. It is preferable, okay? You can leave it in this form. Great. So friends, this is it. You can decide to send -60 to the right hand side. That is up to you. But keep in mind that it will not affect 45. It will not affect. What students make, guys, one mistake is that when they send -60 to the right hand side, they are going to add it with 45, guys. It's wrong, okay? Keep in mind that 45 degrees is tightly attached to -1 to the power n, so nothing can make it shake, okay? Nothing can alter it unless you're trying to get angles in n to be 0. When n becomes 0, you're going to have your principal value. N becomes 1, you have values for which the positive 60 now can affect 45. Then friends, your n belongs to the set of natural, your n belongs to the set of integers, okay? It's important to tell them where n is from. Cool. So, please don't forget to like the video, friends. Give it a thumbs up, guys. It took me quite a lot of time to prepare this content for you, quite a lot of time, friends. If you've downloaded the video without liking it, friends, please come back and like the video. That goes a long way to motivate me to keep producing more content, guys. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next part of the equation. Awesome, guys. As you can see, the equation 3, the equation 4, guys, is saying that the revalued function f such that x maps onto 4x over x minus 1, where x belongs to the set of real numbers. The A part is saying that we should show that f is injective, and the B part, find f of x stated its domain. Then the next part, two statements P and Q are given by P, the principal goes to the ministry, Q, the principal will meet the minister. Write out the following propositions in ordinary English. Great. So friends, let's start with this first part. So here is the function that we have. We should know that, guys, if f is injective, then guys, for every x comma y which belongs to the set of real numbers, that is the set that the function was defined from, f of x, guys, should be the same like f of y, and most importantly, guys, x should be the same as y. Great. So friends, this condition is very, very important. Most mistake that students will make, that I have seen students making, is that they always end at the level by saying that f of x is the same like f of y, or they do not tell the examiner where x and y are coming from. It's very important, friends, very important to tell the examiner where you take your x and y from, because the equation specifies that it is a real valued function. Okay, it's a real valued function, so it takes only real numbers. Good. So friends, most importantly, one important mistake that students will make is that they will not say that implies x equal to y. There are so many functions that f of x is the same like f of y, but x is not the same as y. Okay, x is not the same. So take note, guys, you must include the last part that implies x is equal to y. Great. This is a condition for injectivity to hold. So friends, if we plug in everything, guys, we are going to have our f of x is what we have initially. Then f of y, we simply replace all the x's by y. Okay, all the x we see by y, we're going to have 4y over y minus 1 as we have. Guys, we see that the 4 on the numerator can cancel with the 4, right? Then we cross multiply, guys. We are going to have our x into y minus 1 equal to y into x minus 1. Good. Simplifying by opening out the brackets, guys, we are going to have xy minus x, which is the same like xy minus y. Xy and xy, they can cancel on both sides. We are going to have negative x to be the same like negative y. The negative and the negative, they can walk away by simply dividing all through by them or multiplying. That therefore implies, guys, we are going to have our x equal to y. Good. Hence, we can see that our function f is injective. Good. Since we have been asked to show, you must conclude that it is injective. This is where the accuracy mark comes. Good. Great. That's it, guys. Hope you understood. Please put in the comment section down below if there's something you didn't understand, guys, and I'm going to take it all over to explain to you guys. Okay, I must explain everything for you to understand well. So friends, let's look at the next part. The next part wants us to find f of x, stating its domain. Great. So friends, we may need to, this is our f of x. So friends, this is under compositions of function. Okay, it is under composition of function. So friends, we can write it in a base form by simply saying that this is going to be f of x. Okay, because by our knowledge of composition of function, guys, it permits us to write the function like this. Okay, we can write it like this conveniently. That therefore implies, friends, if we take one step at a time, and keep in mind that composition of function starts from right to left. Okay, it starts from right to left. So we'll start by operating what is meant by f of x. F of x, guys, is our function, right? Good. So we are going to have it as f into f of x. Here is what our function, which is going to be 4x over x minus 1. Good. Then friends, f of 4x over x minus 1 is simply saying that we should come to our f of x we have, we substitute all the x that we have there, we want 4x over x minus 1. Good. Check this out, guys. This is going to translate into our f of x is this, right? So we are going to have 4 into our x is simply, we replace everything by 4x over x minus 1. We are going to have this. Then down we have x, so we put it by 4x over x minus 1. Then we have minus 1. Good. So friends, in this case, if we multiply all through by the LCM, which is x minus 1, we are definitely going to have top, we have 16x, because 4 times 4 gives us 16x. The x minus 1 will cancel at the top. Then at the bottom, guys, we have 4x this way. Then multiplied by x minus 1, we're going to have minus x plus 1. Good. Then friends, we have 4x minus x, that is simply 3x, right? So we are going to have 16x all over 3x plus 1. Good. That is our that is the answer, guys. That therefore implies, guys, our f of x, guys, turns out to be 16x over 3x plus 1. Then our domain, guys, is simply the set of all real numbers that are different from negative 1/3, because if we equate 3x plus 1 plus 1 to 0, or we say it is not equal to 0, we solve. We are going to have our x with negative 1/3. Okay, that therefore implies the function is going to take all values of x excluding negative 1/3. Great. So friends, that's the domain of our function. That is the domain, all real numbers except negative 1/3. Great. Awesome guys, awesome friends, awesome. Great. So friends, put in the comment section down below if there's something you didn't understand, and I'm going to explain as brief as possible. Friends, I'm pleading on all of you guys. It's a humble plea. Please don't forget to like the video. Please like the video, give it a thumbs up. That is your own gift to me. That is going to tell me that you found the content very useful, guys. Thank you very much, and please give it a thumbs up. Please guys, I'm begging so well, give it a thumbs up. That is going to help others to locate our content. Thank you very much guys. Then friends, the next part is simply saying that we have been given two statements. They want us to write in ordinary English P or Q. Then we have negation of P or negation of Q. Then the E part is negation of P implies negation of Q. Alright, so friends, let's start with the first one. This sign, this inverted V sign, right, means what? And. Okay, it simply wants you to write the first statement that is P, then you separate the first and the statement. You separate the first and the second statement by simply and. Good. So friends, that therefore implies we are going to have our P and Q to be in ordinary English as the principal goes to the ministry. That is the first statement. Then the second, right, this inverted V means what? And the principal will meet the minister. Great. So we can write it as the principal goes to the ministry. That is P. Then this inverted V means and the principal will meet the minister. Good. So friends, that's how we can write this statement in ordinary English. That's it. Then the next part is saying that negation of P or negation of Q. So friends, from the D part and the E part, you can decide to use some of the De Morgan's theory or some identities in logic to simplify this. Okay, but I'll just write them as this because I matched the equation in such a way that anybody, even someone that has not studied in detailed manner this area, can easily score the marks. Good. So friends, negation of P simply means we are going to negate P. If we negate P, guys, we are going to say the principal does not go to the ministry. Okay, because that's the opposite of P, right? That the principal does not go to the ministry. Then this V sign, guys, means or. The inverted V here was talking about what? And. Okay, and. But this V means what? Or. Wait. So we can state the negation of the first statement as the principal does not go to the ministry. The negation of Q, guys, means what? The principal will not meet the minister. Great. So friends, we can combine the two statements and write it as the principal does not go to the ministry or the principal will not meet the minister. Great. So that becomes the principal does not go to the ministry or the principal will not meet the minister. Great. So for that's how we can write this statement. That's how we could write it. Then the E part is saying that negation of Q implies negation of P implies negation of Q. Negation of Q. Great. So friends, negation of P, as we have, it is the principal does not go to the ministry, and the negation of Q, the principal will not meet the minister. So friends, now, but the implication sign, guys, the implication sign simply means if then. Okay, each time you look at this implication sign means you start the first, that is the hypothesis, by if. Okay, then as soon as the hypothesis ends, you start the conclusion with then. Okay, great. So the statement is going to read that the negation of P is simply what? The principal does not go to the ministry, right? So we are going to start by saying that if the principal does not go to the ministry, then the principal will not meet the minister. Great. So we are going to have negation of P implies negation of Q, as if the principal does not go to the ministry, then the principal will not meet the minister. Great. So friends, that's it for this our area, guys. That is it for it. Like I said, friends, put in the comment section down below if there's something you didn't understand, and I'm going to explain as brief and as possible, guys. So friends, all I want you guys to do for me is to please like the video, friends. Press the like button. That is going to help me enough, guys. And please share the video out with others, and subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed, guys, because you're going to be missing a lot of content if you do not subscribe. Thank you very much, guys, and see you in my next video immediately after this. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day and good luck as you prepare for your exam. Stay safe, guys, and see you in my next video.